It often starts as a faint tingling in the fingertips, a sensation almost like pins and needles. Sometimes it fades quickly, but other times it lingers, leaving your fingers numb and clumsy. You might drop a pen while writing, struggle to button a shirt, or feel unsure when holding a cup of tea. For many people over 60, this numbness in the fingers becomes a regular occurrence, and it can feel both frustrating and concerning. After all, our hands are tools of independence, and when sensation fades, confidence can fade with it. Why does this happen? The answer lies in circulation and nerve health. Fingers depend on a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood delivered through tiny vessels. When circulation slows or nerves are compressed, those signals of touch and movement become weaker, creating the sensations of numbness, tingling, or coldness. Age brings changes that make this more common. Blood vessels may stiffen, reducing blood flow. Nerve pathways may be irritated by arthritis or posture, or conditions like diabetes and peripheral neuropathy may interfere with sensation. While numbness can sometimes be linked to serious conditions, in many cases it's a result of poor circulation and reduced flexibility in the small muscles and vessels of the hands. The hopeful news is that with consistent daily practice, you can support better blood flow and nerve function through simple movements. Just as walking helps circulation in the legs, targeted hand routines can bring life back to the fingers. Think about circulation as a river system. When the current flows smoothly, every branch and stream receives fresh water. But if the current slows or clogs, the farthest branches, the fingers and toes, suffer first. That's why seniors often notice numbness in their extremities long before anywhere else. By encouraging the current of blood flow with exercises, stretches, and mindful routines, you keep those branches nourished and alive. The importance goes beyond comfort. Healthy circulation in the hands supports grip strength, dexterity, and safety in everyday life. Cooking, dressing, typing, gardening, all rely on steady hands. When fingers feel numb, even simple activities can become risky. Dropping objects, misjudging a grip, or failing to sense temperature properly can lead to accidents. Restoring circulation isn't just about easing tingling, it's about protecting independence. Take Carol, a 68-year-old who loved knitting, but noticed her fingers often grew numb after only a few minutes. At first, she feared she might have to give up her hobby. But after her doctor encouraged her to try a daily circulation routine, she began with just a few minutes of gentle stretches and hand exercises each morning. Within weeks, she found she could knit longer without discomfort. The sensation in her fingers improved, and so did her confidence. This story illustrates an empowering truth. Numbness in the fingers doesn't have to be permanent. While it's important to rule out medical conditions, many seniors can find real relief and improvement through circulation-focused routines. These exercises don't require special equipment, just a little time and consistency. By moving, stretching, and stimulating the hands, you encourage blood to flow, nerves to wake up, and sensation to return. Of course, progress takes patience. Just as you wouldn't expect one walk to build endurance, you can't expect one hand exercise session to erase numbness. But with daily practice, circulation improves gradually. Muscles pump blood more effectively, vessels become more responsive, and nerves regain strength. Over time, seniors often notice not only reduced numbness, but also warmer, steadier, more capable hands. So if you've been living with numbness in your fingers, don't assume it's simply part of aging. There are steps you can take right at home to restore flow and sensation. The key is consistency. Small daily efforts that over time transform how your hands feel and function. This is the first step toward reclaiming confidence in your grip, precision in your movements, and comfort in your daily routines. In the next section, we'll explore a simple, step-by-step circulation routine you can try at home. These gentle exercises will encourage blood flow, awaken nerves, and bring warmth and vitality back to your fingers. It's not about doing more. It's about doing consistently. With a little dedication, you can remind your hands of the strength and sensitivity they've always had. When it comes to improving circulation in the fingers, the best strategy is a gentle, consistent routine that combines movement, stretching, massage, and mindful breathing. These techniques work together to encourage blood flow, relax tense muscles, and wake up sleepy nerves. Think of them as daily maintenance for your hands, the same way you might water a plant or oil a hinge. By giving your hands a little focused care, you help them stay responsive, warm, and steady. The first step is warming up the hands. Before you begin, rub your palms together briskly for 30 seconds, creating warmth and stimulating blood flow. This simple friction boosts circulation almost instantly and prepares the fingers for movement. Some people also enjoy dipping their hands into a bowl of warm water for a minute or two, which relaxes stiff joints and soft tissues. The goal is to prime the hands for exercise, just as athletes warm up before a game. Next are finger stretches. Extend one arm in front of you, palm up, and use your other hand to gently pull back each finger one at a time, holding for a few seconds. Then press the fingers forward, as though you're bending them toward the palm. This movement stretches the small muscles and tendons, promoting flexibility while encouraging blood to reach even the tips of the fingers. Repeat with the other hand. Over time, these stretches reduce stiffness and help fingers feel looser and more alive. Once the fingers are warmed and stretched, move on to hand pumps. Close your hand into a gentle fist, then open it wide, spreading the fingers apart as much as possible. Repeat this motion 10 to 15 times per hand. The pumping action acts like a natural pump for blood vessels, pushing fresh circulation into the fingers and flushing out stagnant blood. Many seniors notice immediate tingling or warmth after this exercise, a sign that blood is flowing again. The fourth step involves wrist rotations. Hold your arms out and rotate your wrists in slow circles, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. This not only loosens the wrists, but also improves blood flow into the small vessels that feed the hands and fingers. Smooth, controlled circles are best. Imagine you're stirring a pot of soup with your hands. The movement wakes up nerves that travel through the wrist and reduces stiffness in the joints. After rotations, try finger tapping drills. Place your hands flat on a table and tap each finger against the surface one at a time, index, middle, ring, pinky, like you're playing piano keys. Then switch directions from pinky to index. This exercise demands coordination and focus, encouraging the brain and fingers to work together. It also stimulates nerve pathways that may have grown sluggish. Seniors often find that their fingers feel more awake after just a few minutes of tapping. Massage is another key part of the routine. Using your thumb and fingers, gently knead each finger from base to tip, then massage the palm in circular motions. This manual stimulation encourages circulation, relaxes tight tissues, and helps nerves wake up. If you prefer, you can use a soft stress ball or a small rubber ball to roll under your palm for added stimulation. Think of it as giving your hands a gentle tune-up. Finally, don't overlook breathing techniques. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take slow, deep breaths, imagining fresh oxygen traveling from your lungs into your hands. Visualize your fingers warming and relaxing with each breath. While it may sound simple, research shows that mindful breathing lowers tension in the body and encourages better circulation. Stress constricts blood vessels, while calmness allows them to open. By combining breathing with hand exercises, you maximize the benefits. This entire routine takes only 10 to 15 minutes, yet the impact can be powerful. Seniors who practice it daily often notice their fingers feel warmer, less numb, and more responsive. The key is not intensity, but consistency. Just as brushing your teeth prevents cavities, practicing circulation exercises prevents stiffness and numbness. Take John, a 70-year-old pianist who worried when his fingers began feeling numb during practice. At first, he feared he would have to give up playing altogether. But after adopting a daily routine of stretches, pumps, and massage, he noticed dramatic improvement. His hands felt alive again, and he could play without the constant distraction of tingling. For John, the routine didn't just restore circulation, it restored joy. So if your fingers often feel numb or clumsy, think of this routine as a gift to yourself. It doesn't require special equipment, just a few minutes of focused attention. The more regularly you practice, the more your hands will respond, reminding you that it's never too late to bring warmth, sensation, and control back to your fingertips. When people first begin a circulation routine for their hands, they often expect the main benefit to be reduced numbness. And while that is certainly true, the improvements go far beyond sensation. Consistent practice not only restores feeling but also strengthens grip, steadies coordination, and boosts confidence in daily life. These changes can make the difference between struggling with everyday tasks and moving through them with ease. One of the first areas seniors notice improvement is in grip strength. Numb fingers often mean weaker fingers, which makes it harder to hold on to objects. Think of trying to turn a doorknob, open a jar, or hold a coffee mug. When sensation is dulled, the brain doesn't always judge how firmly to grip, and objects may slip. The circulation routine changes this by pumping blood into the muscles of the hand, keeping them nourished and responsive. With better circulation, the muscles grow stronger and the grip steadies. Over time, this reduces the risk of dropping items or fumbling with tasks that once felt frustrating. Another major benefit is dexterity, the ability to move fingers with precision. Dexterity is what allows us to button a shirt, type on a keyboard, or thread a needle. When circulation is poor and numbness sets in, fine motor skills decline. But when blood flow improves and nerves are stimulated daily through stretching, tapping, and massage, the fingers regain agility. Seniors often find that tasks they once avoided, like sewing, playing cards, or using small tools, become possible again. Improved circulation also leads to greater safety. One of the hidden dangers of numb fingers is the inability to sense temperature. Without sensation, it's easy to touch a hot pan or a cold surface without realizing the risk. Stronger circulation restores not only warmth, but also awareness, helping the brain recognize these signals more quickly. This means seniors are better able to protect themselves from burns, frostbite, or other accidents. Confidence is another priceless outcome. Numb fingers can make seniors feel uncertain in public, worrying they might drop a fork at dinner or spill a drink at a gathering. This embarrassment sometimes leads to withdrawal from social events. But when sensation returns and hands feel stronger, confidence rises. Seniors once again feel comfortable shaking hands, cooking for family, or playing games with friends. The joy of participation replaces the fear of fumbling. Consider Margaret, a 72-year-old grandmother who stopped baking cookies with her grandchildren because her fingers often felt numb and weak. She worried about dropping trays or burning herself on the oven. After a few months of practicing her circulation routine, she noticed she could hold utensils more securely and sense heat more quickly. With renewed confidence, she returned to her kitchen. The smile on her face as she pulled out a tray of warm cookies wasn't just about the food. It was about reclaiming a cherished role in her family. There are also long-term health benefits. Circulation routines don't just help fingers in the moment. They support overall cardiovascular health by encouraging better blood flow. Each squeeze, stretch, and pump signals blood vessels to stay flexible and responsive. This reduces stiffness not only in the hands but also throughout the body. In many ways, circulation exercises for the fingers act as a small but important piece of whole-body wellness. Beyond the physical, there's an emotional lift that comes with daily routines. Many seniors describe feeling more alive in their hands after practice. The tingling warmth reminds them that their body is still responsive and capable of change. That sense of progress fuels motivation, making them more likely to stay active and engaged in other healthy habits. This ripple effect cannot be overstated. When hands feel stronger and more reliable, seniors engage more fully in life. They write letters, garden, play music, cook meals, and hug loved ones without hesitation. In short, they rediscover independence. And independence is not just about physical ability, it's about dignity and joy. The bottom line is that numbness in the fingers doesn't have to mean the end of control or comfort. With a simple daily routine, seniors can restore circulation, sharpen reflexes, and rebuild trust in their hands. Each exercise is more than just a movement. It is a declaration of independence, a reminder that the body can still adapt and improve. By now, it's clear that circulation routines aren't just about preventing tingling. They're about giving seniors the confidence to live fully, safely, and joyfully. And as we'll see in the final section, these routines also foster hope, a sense that no matter your age, you can take steps toward better health and a stronger connection to your body. By now, it's clear that numbness in the fingers is more than just an inconvenience. It's a signal that the body needs attention. But the good news is that it's also an opportunity. Through consistent circulation routines, seniors can not only improve sensation, but also strengthen their independence, safety, and overall well-being. The final piece is learning how to make these habits part of daily life so they stick, and allowing the process to become a source of hope rather than a burden. The first step in lifestyle integration is routine. Just like brushing your teeth or having a cup of tea in the morning, circulation exercises are most effective when tied to daily rhythms. Doing a quick round of finger stretches and pumps before breakfast or massaging the hands while watching television in the evening makes the routine feel natural. When something becomes part of your regular flow of life, it doesn't require extra effort. It simply becomes who you are. It's also helpful to pair exercises with enjoyable activities. Play music while practicing finger taps, or chat with a spouse or friend while doing wrist rotations. Some seniors keep a stress ball on their coffee table, squeezing it while reading the newspaper. Others use warm water hand soaks as a soothing ritual before bedtime. By connecting circulation exercises to pleasure or relaxation, they become a treat rather than a chore. Another strategy is to make the routine social. Practicing with friends, a spouse, or grandchildren adds laughter and accountability. Children especially love joining in games like hand claps or finger tapping, turning therapy into play. Social engagement boosts mood and reduces stress, which further improves circulation. In this way, the exercises do double duty, strengthening the body and nurturing connection. But beyond routine and enjoyment lies something deeper. A shift in mindset. Too often, seniors believe numbness or weakness is simply a part of aging they must accept. This belief creates resignation and discouragement. Circulation routines, however, prove the opposite. Each small victory, a warmer finger, a steadier grip, a reduced tingle, is evidence that the body is still capable of healing and growth. That realization sparks hope, and hope fuels persistence. Consider Samuel, a 76-year-old retired teacher who had almost given up writing in his journal because of finger numbness. After weeks of daily circulation exercises, he found that not only could he write again, but his handwriting improved to near its old steadiness. For Samuel, the exercises weren't just about his fingers. They were about reclaiming a part of his identity. Or think of Rose, a 70-year-old who loved playing the piano but stopped when her fingers felt too numb to control. By committing to a gentle daily routine, she gradually regained sensation and returned to her music. The first time she played a full piece for her family again, tears filled her eyes, not because the numbness was gone forever, but because she realized she had the power to keep improving. These stories show that circulation routines are not just physical therapy, they're pathways to joy. They remind us that the hands we use to cook, write, garden, and embrace loved ones are worth caring for. Each stretch, massage, and deep breath is a gift to ourselves, an act of self-respect and self-love. The broader impact also matters. Healthy circulation supports the heart, brain, and overall vitality. By improving blood flow in the fingers, seniors encourage healthier blood vessels throughout the body. In this way, a hand routine becomes part of a larger commitment to well-being. It's a small practice with a ripple effect that reaches far beyond the fingertips. The conclusion is simple but powerful. Numbness in the fingers doesn't have to be a permanent sentence. With patience and consistency, circulation routines restore warmth, sensation, and confidence. They give seniors the freedom to cook safely, play music, write letters, and hold the hands of loved ones without fear of clumsiness or discomfort. They return dignity, independence, and joy. So if you've been living with tingling or numbness in your fingers, let today be the day you begin. Set aside just 10 minutes to stretch, pump, massage, and breathe. Feel the warmth return, little by little, as your hands respond to your care. With each passing week, notice the small improvements that build into big changes. Your hands have served you faithfully for decades. They've held children, built careers, prepared meals, and expressed love in countless ways. They deserve care now more than ever. With a simple circulation routine, you can give them what they need to keep serving you with strength, sensitivity, and steadiness for many years to come.